In May of this year, 2023, this artist, Kate Bush, was inducted into the Music Hall of Fame. Is that what it's known as? The Rock and Roll of Fame induction. In 2023, imagine, with George Michael, along with Chaka Khan and Miss Elliott. I always think it's predominantly Americanized over the last couple of years, but to think Kate Bush has waited so long to be inducted into that, for me, is a disgrace. It really is, because as this song progresses, you will see the voice, the lyrical prowess, and the liquid gold snippets of her performances over the years. And that's what you're going to see. It's beautifully, beautifully put together. And I think out of all the moments of pleasure videos that are out there, this, for me, summarizes her career. It really does. So congratulations, Kate Bush, this year on finally getting in on your 4th nomination. It took 4 attempts to get Kate Bush inducted into the Hall of Fame due to her popularity, her fans, and those moments of pleasure she's given us musically. I think, to be honest, 4 attempts is a disgrace when lesser people, in my opinion, have been inducted into the Hall of Fame for lesser musical abilities and recognition. She is a national treasure universally, but particularly in England. And I just feel it's disparaging when you realize it had to take 4 attempts. But she got there, and God rest George Michael, he was also inducted as well, and rightfully so, with Miss Elliott, who's given us so much pleasure as well, and Chaka Khan. But Kate Bush is my guest today, and I'm not going to do a big bio on somebody as prolific as her within the music industry. I'm just going to give you a wonderful insight into the song. The song today, Moments of Pleasure, explores the bittersweet nature of life and the significance of fleeting moments of joy. The song reflects on various experiences and encounters that both hold personal and a universal meaning to Kate herself. And so, after her recent run of Running Up That Hill success due to, I think it was a Netflix series, I can't think of the name of it, Running Up That Hill opened the doors for a new legion of fans that came away and said, wow, she's incredible. It's a bit like the Kylie Minogue revolution that's happened since Pandam Pandam. It's revitalized her career. It's almost like it's relaunched it again. And not since Kylie's She's Out of My Head has her career had such prominence in the music industry and all platforms, and also introduced her to new legion of fans. It keeps happening to the maturest stars. Cher's the same. Cher was retired. Well, was she really retired? I think she was semi-retired, because Cher will never retire from music. She's 6 decades making music and performing. But it took the Mamma Mia musical to entice her to come forward again and start performing, and that's what she's done. And a woman that's in her 70s that is performing the way Cher is phenomenal. Kylie in her 50s performing the way she is phenomenal, and Kate Bush is the same. And they've got one thing in common, everybody. They've now got the universal praise they all deserve with a new legion of internet social media fans. It's just incredible. We've had Mick Jagger come back. We've had loads of the mature and U2 with Atomic City. We've had lots of the mature musicians coming back to say, hey, we've not quite finished yet with the music industry, much to my joy, because I've grown up with all of them. And now all of you can take moments of pleasure with this particular song. I hope all of you savor the moment that you saw this particular video, because I think it's awesome, pretty special, and just gives those moments of pleasure, as I've just explained about what the song is to Kate, that were important to her, but we can share in it now. Enjoy.
Some moments that I've had, some moments of pleasure. I think about us lying on a beach somewhere. I think about us diving off a rock into another moment. The case of George the Wine. Oh God, I can't stop laughing. This sense of humor of mine, it isn't funny at all. Oh, but we sit up all night talking about it. Just being alive, it can really hurt. These moments given are a gift from time. On a balcony in New York, it's just started to snow. He meets us at the lift like Douglas Fairbanks, waving his walking stick. But he isn't well at all. The buildings of New York look just like mountains through the snow. Just being alive, it can really hurt. And these moments given are a gift from time. Just let us try to give these moments back to those we love, to those who will survive. And I can hear my mother saying, every old sock meets an old shoe. And that a great saying, every old sock meets an old shoe. Here come the hills of time. Hey there, Maureen. Hey there, Bubba, dancing down the aisle of a plane. Smurf playing his guitar refrain. Hey there, Teddy, spinning in the chair at Abbey Road.
Wasn't that just absolutely epic? It's one of my favorite songs of Kate Bush. It truly was. When it was released, I was blown away with the orchestral side of it. The fact that it displayed her beautiful, angelic vocal prowess to its ultimate, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, that isn't, but ultimate sensational effect that it has on people. That's the best way I can put it. It's just beautiful. And Kate Bush, it took 4 attempts, but to be inducted into the Musical Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, justifiably so, in 2023, that video summarizes your career from Abbey Studios to your family moments to just joyous in-between sessions that you've had with the musicians, people that have passed away that were personal to you, that influenced you. It was all in that video, wasn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Let me give a shout out to the person who made the video, if I can just bring it up. I think it is by, because everybody went mad when this particular video came out. And it says in this song, Kate's 7th album, The Red Shoes, Kate pays tribute to her friends and family who have passed away. George the Wipe was a tape at Townhouse Studios way back in 1981, accidentally wiped a whole song that had been recorded for her album The Dreaming. Maureen was her aunt. Bubba was one of the dancers. His name was Gary Hurst. S. Murph was her guitarist, Alan Murph, as we saw in the video. Teddy, John Barratt, was her assistant engineer on the Dreaming and Never Forever albums. Michael Powell was the director of the Red Shoes movie that was mentioned in the lyrics. Bill Duffield was a lighting engineer on her way for the very first live tour, and Michael Kamen arranged and conducted the orchestra for this song, expanding on Kate's original piano accompaniment. But we do see a flash of an image of Kate just appearing almost like dreamlike state on the piano, in a dreamlike state. Now, I have to say, that video by Mr. Mars was epic and deserves in itself a mini music award of some sort, because it really brought me lots of memories of Kate and those moments of pleasure that made it very special. When it comes to the meaning of the song, I'll just go into it. In the first verse, the song depicts the idyllic imagery of lying on a beach. Now this will be correlated to the original video as well, but there's little tidbits in that video that correlates to what I'm saying. So I'm trying to tie it all into giving you a quick run through now and diving into the unknown, representing moments of happiness and adventure, as we saw in the video and I've just mentioned. Those moments are cherished as precious and brief, symbolizing that transitory nature of joy in life Kate had. It was a joyous life that she had, because she was so uniquely unique. People just embraced her from the very beginning. I can remember in the 70s, early 80s, or was it early 80s onward, just how much around the 79, 80, 82 period, how Kate just dominated the charts, and her dancing, and how much my brother was in love with her. And I've done another reaction actually to Running Up the Hill that I'll attach to this, where I give you that insight into what happened with my brother. Now, the second verse introduces an anecdote of George the Wipe, highlighting the paradoxical nature of the humour. Although Kate finds amusement in this story, she realizes that it may not be universally funny. This reflects the subject nature of humour and the way it can connect or disconnect people. The late night conversations about it emphasize the shared human experience of seeking connection through storytelling. The chorus of the song emphasizes the contrast between the pains and existence of the precious moments granted by time. It acknowledges that being alive can be challenging, and painful, but reminds listeners that these moments of pleasure are a gift amongst the hardships. The third verse, it shifts to a more somber tone, describing a balcony scene in New York as we saw even in the video. But in the original video it begins to snow, and in the lyrics it mentions that. The induction of a person who isn't well suggests the fragility of life and the stark contrast between a bustling city like New York and the peacefulness of a snow-covered scenery. The lyrics evoke a sense of awe and appreciation, suggesting that even amidst hardship there is beauty to be found. Now when we go into the second chorus, everybody, there's this desire to give moments back to those we love. And we see that again in the video of the flashes of her aunt and sitting with family members, and emphasizing that significance of sharing joy and creating meaningful connections with others is so important in life. We are losing it to this, everybody, to this. Even when I go for coffees, everybody's on the phone, nobody's interacting like they used to. The simple interactions are joyous moments that you can walk away and say, that was a pleasure. I met somebody, I had a chat. But today it's become less and less now. Such a pity. But in the video it suggests that Kate's moments with her aunt and things like that could be, it's a transcendence of time, really. You know, the pleasures that she thinks back on and she brings forth to bring her a smile, a sense of comfort. I just think in the modern world, if we keep using these and not this, what we were born with, we're going to have no reflective moments. And that's a sadness. It really is. And anyway, moments that you have to reflect on that are warm, like sharing it with family and friends, it becomes your legacy in life. It becomes your moments of joy, your private ways to escape and bring a smile to your face in times of adversity. It really is. So they're things we treasure, and I do. But I wonder, do the generations in front of me, what will they have? Is this the moment of pleasure they'll have? A fleeting moment? Who knows? In the fourth verse, Kate references her mother. Every old sock meets an old shoe. And you know, that made me smile in the video because I've heard that so many times growing up. The phrase, it's an idea that every person will eventually find their match. That's what that means. For those who's heard it from their grandmothers and elderly people within the family, I never quite knew what it meant. And it's a song that delves into nostalgia. Today the air is so dry, I'm coughing a lot. Into nostalgia, reminiscence. It means almost like a cast of characters in your life that's come and gone, and I've listed them as well, and possibly friends, loved ones, things like that. And it invokes that sense of warmth, doesn't it? And celebration of those contributions they've made to your life, good or bad. The song ends with a playful reference to various individuals, concluding with a plea to turn the lights up, as we saw. And we saw the image of Kate there and the lights. Beautifully done in the video. Beautifully done, Mr. Morris. Congratulations on putting together a video 14 years ago that I discovered, and I want in 2023 to reignite the passion for this video because it's beautiful. And we saw Kate with the lights on. And it concludes with a plea to turn up those lights, symbolizing a desire for clarity and illumination in life's uncertainties. That's how powerful the lyrics are. Overall, moments of pleasure, this is my final conclusion on this, invites you, the listener, to appreciate those fleeting moments within your own lives. Cherish those moments you meet with others that bring a smile to your face and are important, work-wise, friendship-wise, pleasure-wise. Because finding beauty in unexpected places is what makes life worth it. And acknowledge the inevitable passing of time, that they all become a distant memory at some point. And when we come to the end of our time, what we're left with is moments of pleasure. Thanks for listening, everybody. Take care.